Hi, I'm Ethan with Matrix Technologies. We're a multidiscipline engineering and system integration company with a ton of service offerings. We'll talk a little more about that later, but for now, let's get started on debugging. We all recognize that debugging is an unfortunate necessity of programming. By understanding the tools and processes available to us, we can improve our development speed and quality. For those of you just getting started with programming, debugging is watching program execution. It's viewing your application states and following your data through your process. Now, debugging is not testing and should not replace a standard testing suite. With that little disclaimer, let's jump into the application.
All right, here we are. In this video, we're using Visual Studio 2019 with the C# WinForms app. The tools that we're going to talk about apply to previous versions of Visual Studio and other languages, and the concepts are going to span multiple IDEs. So you can start a debugging session by clicking on the Start button. This is going to launch the application with it tied to the current code. Now, to interact with the code, you must interrupt the program execution at some point. You do this primarily through setting a breakpoint at the location you want to begin debugging. We'll get logged in, and then we're going to set one right here simply by clicking on the left bar. It's always a good idea to have a breakpoint set before debugging, but you can do it at any time. Let's go ahead. We'll run the application to this point. Now that the application is running and waiting, let's quickly take a look at a couple of the windows that are available in debug mode. The output window displays systems and application messages. Exception settings lets you control which exceptions result in automatic breakpoints when they occur. And the breakpoint and error list windows each do exactly as the name implies. The autos, locals, and watch windows all provide a way to visualize data. The auto and local windows are automatically filled by Visual Studio, while the watch window is something that's able to be customized a little more, as we'll see later. Many other windows exist. I'd encourage you to explore them at your own pace. But let's move on for now to actually controlling the execution. You can set breakpoints and click Continue, but that's kind of ineffective. So instead, you may use Step Over to move line by line through a function without ever leaving it. So as you can see, we're moving through execution within this single function. We're going to go back to the top of the loop. There's another function called Step Into. Step Into will actually take this further by allowing you to move down in your execution levels, following execution across functions and classes. While in any function, you can also use Step Out to continue execution through the end of that function and return control to the original call location. Sometimes you only need to stop at a point when a certain condition exists. You can accomplish this with a conditional breakpoint. You set the breakpoint as normal, and then you right-click on it and go to Conditions. From here, you can enter any value that you'd like. In this case, we're saying if I is ever greater than or equal to 48, go ahead and break. So we'll apply that. And now every time, the first 48 times through the loop, we won't stop, but when we hit 48, we will begin to actually hit our breakpoint. Notice that the red breakpoint now has a white plus sign in the middle, indicating it's conditional. You can additionally use the Run to Here functionality by hovering over a line and clicking on the green arrow that pops up. This runs the code up until that point, acting like a one-time breakpoint. Now, a final tip is that you can grab this yellow execution arrow and actually drag it anywhere within the current execution scope. But be very careful doing this, as it doesn't execute any other lines or update the application state. It can be very dangerous if used improperly. We've only scratched the surface of what Visual Studio has to offer, but this should give you a good start, and I encourage you to take this knowledge and expand on it. Thank you for watching, and I sincerely hope it helps.
Thank you for watching this video, and we hope you found it helpful. At Matrix Technologies, we work to provide you a better process for success. We strive to provide the best service and solution possible, working with you as partners every step of the way. We offer multidisciplinary engineering services, system integration for multiple automation and SCADA platforms, procurement services and construction management, information and operational technology expertise, data analytics services, safety audits, and more. Our industry experience includes, but isn't limited to, automotive, biotechnology and pharmaceutical manufacturing, consumer packaged goods, discrete manufacturing, food and beverage, glass, metals, mining, oil and gas, and chemicals. We bring success to projects big and small, from service and support through retrofits and upgrades, and all the way to complete greenfield facilities. Our social media and website links can be found in the video description, as well as a direct means to reach out to us if you have any questions or comments. We look forward to helping you take the next steps in excellence.